Landmark 1. Göbekli Tepe, the temple that changed history in the hills of southeastern Turkey. A farmer uncovered something that would rewrite human history. What he found were giant T-shaped stones carefully arranged in circles, carved with animals, symbols, and strange humanoid figures. This was Göbekli Tepe, a site more than 11,000 years old. That's 6,000 years older than the pyramids. 7,000 years before Stonehenge. And here's what makes it impossible: there were no cities back then. No farming. No wheels. No writing. Yet someone, somehow, built the world's first known temple with multi-ton stones, perfect alignments, and sacred geometry. Even stranger. The site was buried intentionally. Not destroyed? Not abandoned. Buried, as if to preserve it. Who were these people? Where did their knowledge come from? And why did they vanish? Right after building the impossible. Ocean Wave 2. Nan Madol, the Venice of the Pacific off the coast of Micronesia, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, lies a city made of stone, floating on a coral reef. It's called Nan Madol. Built from nearly 100,000 tons of basalt, stacked in crisscross patterns like giant stone logs, spread across 92 artificial islets. It's been called the Venice of the Pacific, but no one knows how it was made. The island has no quarries. The basalt had to be brought from miles away, each piece weighing several tons. There are no wheels. No cranes. No pulleys. Just stone on stone. In the middle of nowhere. Who built it? Some say sorcerers floated the stones with magic. Others believe it was a lost civilization. One that left no name, no writing, and no explanation. To this day, Nan Madol remains mostly uninhabited. Locals say it's cursed. Scientists say it's impossible. And yet, it's still there. Holding its secrets above the sea. Hole 3. Derinkuyu, the underground city no one knew existed in 1963, a man in central Turkey knocked down a wall in his basement. And found a tunnel. That tunnel led to another. Then a chamber. Then a hallway. Then an entire underground city. This was Derinkuyu, a vast subterranean complex big enough to house 20,000 people. It stretches down 18 levels, with ventilation shafts, wells, stables, kitchens, schools, even churches. And it was carved. By hand? Through volcanic rock. With such precision that it still stands today, thousands of years later. No one knows exactly who built it, when, or why. Was it for protection? From invaders? From the weather? From something else? What we do know is this: people lived there. Children were born there. Generations came and went, underground. And until the 1960s, no one even knew it was there. A hidden world. Beneath our feet. Ocean Wave 4. The Yonaguni Monument, natural rock or sunken ruins. Off the coast of Yonaguni, Japan's westernmost island, divers stumbled upon a massive structure lying beneath the waves. What they found looked like a sunken city with terraces, staircases, pillars, and flat platforms, all carved into solid rock. Some believe it's the lost ruins of a forgotten civilization. Others say it's a natural formation, shaped by tectonic forces and erosion. But here's the problem: the angles are too perfect. The steps are uniform. and some stones appear to have symbols or carvings etched into them. Even marine archaeologists are divided. If it's man-made, it would mean humans built monumental architecture over 10,000 years ago when most people were thought to still be living in small tribal groups. And if it's natural, then nature somehow sculpted something that looks exactly like a temple complex. Either way, the Yonaguni Monument doesn't fit into our story of the past. But there it is, just 25 meters below the surface. Waiting. Lion, 5. The Sphinx, an age-old guardian with a forgotten past, is one of the most iconic monuments on Earth. The Great Sphinx of Giza, half lion, half human, carved from a single massive block of limestone. But no one really knows who built it, why they built it, or even when. Mainstream historians date it to around 2500 BCE, built for Pharaoh Khafra. But some researchers believe it's much older, perhaps over 10,000 years. Why? Because of the weathering. The deep vertical erosion on the Sphinx's body looks more like water damage from thousands of years of heavy rainfall. But Egypt hasn't had that kind of climate since before the Sahara became a desert. That would place the Sphinx at a time before Egypt as we know it even existed. Some say it was a relic left behind by a forgotten civilization. Others believe it's part of a much older, hidden chapter of human history. We don't know what its original face looked like. We don't know what lies beneath it. We don't even know what it was guarding. We only know this: high volume, 6. The Hypogeum of Ħal Saflieni, a subterranean chamber that whispers back in small island nation of Malta, beneath a quiet street in the town of Paula, lies a mysterious underground structure carved from solid rock. It's called the Hypogeum of Ħal Saflieni, a 6,000-year-old subterranean temple with multiple levels, chambers, and burial spaces. But this place isn't just old. It's strange. One of its chambers, known as the Oracle Room, has acoustic properties unlike anywhere else on Earth. When a man speaks inside the chamber, just a normal tone, his voice echoes and resonates across the entire underground complex. In a deep, vibrating hum. The effect doesn't work the same with women's voices. It's as if the chamber was engineered to amplify specific frequencies. But how? And why? No modern tools. No written plans. Just hand tools and limestone. And a mastery of sound. Was it used for rituals? For altered states of consciousness? For something else entirely? We don't know. But one thing is clear: the Hypogeum wasn't just carved. It was designed. Radioactive, 7. Mohenjo Daro, the city that died instantly in present-day Pakistan, along the Indus River, lie the ruins of an ancient city that was advanced, organized, and ahead of its time. It's called Mohenjo Daro, and it dates back over 4,500 years. It had grid-planned streets, multi-story homes, advanced drainage systems, public baths, but one day it was gone. No battle scars. No invading army. Just sudden abandonment. And here's where things get strange: some skeletons were found lying flat, hand in hand, as if something happened instantly. No signs of struggle. But high levels of radiation have been reported in the area, and some of the stones appear to have been melted by extreme heat. This has led to wild theories: nuclear blasts, ancient weapons, forgotten science. Mainstream archaeologists say the radiation levels are exaggerated. But no one has fully explained why such an advanced city vanished, without a trace of war or disease. A place that was thriving, until it wasn't. Ocean Wave, 8. Bimini Road, Atlantis or natural formation. In 1968, just off the coast of Bimini Island in the Bahamas, divers discovered something unexpected beneath the turquoise waters. A long line of massive, flat stones laid out in a near-perfect path along the ocean floor. Some stones are square, others rectangular. They're tightly fitted, like paving blocks, stretching nearly a kilometer. It became known as the Bimini Road, and it instantly sparked debate. Was it part of an ancient harbor? A seawall? A road? Or was it part of Atlantis? That's what famed psychic Edgar Cayce had predicted decades earlier, that Atlantis would be discovered near Bimini around this exact time. Coincidence? Skeptics say the formation is natural, shaped by erosion and plate movement. But others point to symmetry, alignment, and the way the stones seem placed, not formed. There are no ancient structures nearby. No tools. No inscriptions. Just a mysterious stone road that starts and then disappears beneath the sea. Whether natural or man-made, the Bimini Road remains one of the most enduring underwater mysteries on Earth. Desert, 9. Teotihuacan, the city of the gods that no one claims, just outside modern-day Mexico City, lies a place so grand, so precise, so massive, that even the Aztecs, who found it centuries later, believed it was built by gods. This is Teotihuacan, home to the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, and a grid-like layout that rivals modern urban planning. But here's the mystery: by the time the Aztecs arrived in the 1400s, Teotihuacan had already been abandoned for centuries. The builders left no names, no records, not even a known language. Yet the city was built with perfect astronomical alignments, massive stone structures, a central avenue of the dead nearly 2.5 miles long. Some parts were even constructed with mica, a mineral not found locally, but useful in electrical insulation. Why would a Stone Age civilization need mica? What were they trying to preserve, or power? To this day, no one can say for certain who lived in Teotihuacan, why they vanished, or how they mastered such complexity long before other known civilizations in the Americas. A city without a people. A name without a face. And a history still buried beneath its own ruins. Bridge at Night, 10. Adam's Bridge, man-made myth or geological wonder. Between India and Sri Lanka, stretching across the shallow waters of the Pork Strait, lies a mysterious chain of sandbanks, shoals, and limestone ridges. From above, it looks like a broken bridge, one that once connected two ancient lands. This is known as Adam's Bridge, or Rama's Bridge, and for thousands of years, it's been wrapped in myth. According to the ancient Hindu epic Ramayana, the bridge was built by an army of monkey-like beings to help Lord Rama rescue his wife. A divine path, created by gods and heroes. But here's where mythology and science collide. Satellite imagery confirms the formation is 40 kilometers long, and parts of it may date back over 7,000 years. Geologists argue it's natural, formed by tidal patterns and shifting sand. But the linear shape, uniform spacing, and raised structure have led many to believe it could be man-made, or at least modified. If so, it would be one of the oldest known engineering projects on Earth. So what is Adam's Bridge? A relic of ancient myth? A forgotten path between continents? Or just a natural illusion, made to look like something more? Either way, it remains a threshold between history and legend. And no one knows which side it truly belongs to. Places that rewrite the past. Some of these places lie beneath the sea. Some are buried under sand. Some were hidden in plain sight. They weren't supposed to be there. Not in that time. Not with that technology. Not in the version of history we were told to believe. But they exist. And that means one of two things: these ancient mysteries remind us that our past is far from settled. That there's still more to discover. More to question. More to remember. Because sometimes, the real story isn't written in books. It's carved in stone. Cheering megaphone, call to action, speak to the curious, speech bubble. Which of these mysterious places fascinated you the most? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We highlight our favorite ones in future videos. Thumbs up, like this video if it made you rethink what you thought you knew. Bell, subscribe to Lesson Lost for more stories that history left behind. Africa, because the world is full of secrets. And some of them are still waiting to be found.